Afternoon, everyone. If you can let me know that you can hear me okay, that would be great. Welcome to my channel this afternoon. Obviously, I did a late show last night, so if you want to go and check that out, I talked about all the news over the last couple of days. It's great to have you here. If you're new to subscribing, please write your name in the chat and we'll give you a shout out and a high five or a salute or whatever. I am supposed to have Jamie Phillips here today, so he might pop in when he's available. This show is going to be about an hour long. What I wanted to cover is I wanted to do a preview to the Brentford game and also do a quick update on a little bit of news which has happened over the last 12 hours and a couple of crazy transfer rumours which have suddenly appeared for players which we might all wet our pants over, which was interesting. I also wanted to talk a little bit about the presser that's just happened at 9 o'clock today. Some of the things Klopp said, some of the shit words he said, because he swore a few times in that press conference, which is interesting. He also talked quite a lot about the squad, and he also talked about the fact that he took Quansah off because we weren't winning duels as a team, and he wasn't to blame per se. And he also wanted to make sure that people understood that he wasn't signalling him out as in he never won any duels. He just won. He just didn't win a few duels, especially the one before half time, which worried him. I mean, I'm going to give a shout out to a few people, by the way, just to say hello. Afternoon, Bear. Yep, smash the likes. Thank you very much. And also, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, Bear. Appreciate the comments, John. Hope you're well. Amarin, welcome. You were here last night as well. Good to see you. Welcome, Bugger Boy. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Richard Rosa, welcome. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. It's gone quite quick, hasn't it, really? I was at like 100 for forever, and then it suddenly shot up. So I'm obviously doing something right. Big up, Colin. Hope you're well. Anybody else? Mark's in the house. Big up, Mark. Welcome. Good to have you on board again, and also another Colin. Good to have you on board. And big up, Scottish Bear. Hope you're well. Any more that come in, I'll give shout outs because I'm nice like that sometimes. Okay, so I wanted to just do a quick roundup of some of the news because we've signed someone. So we've signed another kid, unfortunately, or fortunately. I don't know how you want to put that. So we've signed Alvin. We've signed Alvin Ayman, who's a very highly rated left-sided defender who can play left back and hang on, sorry, need to add it to the stream. Let me just put me in the corner. There you go. Yeah, so we've signed Alvin Ayman, who's a 16-year-old left-sided centre back who can also play left back from Wolves. Highly rated. A lot of clubs were looking at him. But we've got him. He cost us £2 million, by the way. Like we talked about, the youth is going to be used the right way now, and we're going to start getting these players. He also follows the other guy who we signed, who was Rio. Oh God, I can't remember his name. Rio. I can't pronounce his second name. But this is Alvin Ayman. He played for the under-21s last year for Wolves, and he was also on the bench for a couple of their cup games. So he was very highly rated. So to get him in the door, who's also a left-footed centre back, which is exactly what we need. Like we should have been getting these left-footed centre backs in the past anyway, but everyone's right-footed. And big up Lakers, and also big up YNWA. Love that name. You'll never walk alone. So that's some good news. Also, I wanted to. Yeah, we did sign Rio. He's not a striker. He's a attacking midfielder, I believe. He's a bit like a Jared Musiala, apparently. Big up Carmelo. Hope you're well. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, don't be stealing my thunder, Lakers. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that in a bit. Okay, so some other incredible news. It's literally like Slot and Richard Hughes watched my video about Jared Branthwaite last night. It is literally like they watched it and they just went, you know what, we're going to go and sign this guy. So it looks like we have made a bid for Branthwaite, which is, I mean, it's brilliant news if you ask me. I think he's perfect for Liverpool. I don't really need to say much about him. If you want to hear more about him, you can watch my video yesterday because I think I did a 10-minute eulogy on him. Afternoon, Neil. Hope you're well. For some reason, your name's not coming up. It is. Afternoon, Neil. Yeah, there you are. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. I've got some information on that, and I'm going to share that right now. So this one is fresh. So according to Sky Sports, this is from Sky Sports. We bid 63 million plus 7 million in add-ons. So this is from the Sun. I know the Sun's not a great newspaper. I get that. Yeah, I get that. But it's a big media outlet. Okay, it's not like some weird Portuguese, French, Italian, Spanish bloke who's got 50 followers. This is a major newspaper in the UK. According to the Sun, we bid 63 million plus 7 million add-ons. I think that's quite credible. The fact that the odds have been slashed again on him is really interesting, and apparently Branthwaite is keen on the move, very keen on the move. So he's open to the move to Anfield and wants to play at a high-profile club. And let's be honest, he should be. Like he got his first England cap last year. This year. Like he should be playing at a better club. If he's that highly rated and he's getting into the England team, then he should be wanting to play Champions League football, and we can offer him that. I think he's a sensation. He's 6'5", by the way, in case you didn't know. Like Everton rated him as 70 million, and we bid 70 million in total. Like what is there not to not want? Like, you know what I mean? Like he's up for sale. Like Manchester United have been trying, and they've not got anywhere, so they went elsewhere. If we go in and snatch him for 70 million, I'm all for it. Like I'm all for that one. Like the only injury he's ever had is an ankle injury in 2020. So he's not even a player that gets injured. He's always available. He's played. I'll give you quick numbers on him because I'm buzzing about this if this happens. So he's played 35 Premier League games last year. 3 goals, 1 assist. That's not bad for a team that was fighting relegation. And in 2021, he played 6 games. He didn't play in 2022 because he didn't play in the other season because he went on loan to PSV, and he had a really good season with PSV. I'll show you his numbers. 27 games, 2 goals, 1 assist. 4 games in the cup, 2 goals, 1 assist. Like, he was a good player for them. I think he's been brilliant for Everton. I think he's the type of player we should be looking at. I really do. He's left-footed. He can play left back as well. He's played 53 games as centre back. He's not played a lot as left back. He played once last season, but he can play there, so he is an option. He came from Carlisle, so he's not even an Everton youth team player, by the way. For me, I'm all for that. Like, it's not my money. Like, it's not my money. If he cost us 70 million, he cost us 70 million. Like, I don't care. like, like, can we all kind of step back a bit and think, okay, we signed Virgil van Dijk, absolutely incredible player for us. He cost us 75 million from Southampton. Like, is Everton a similar team to Southampton? Yeah, I mean, Everton didn't go down. Southampton did. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if he cost 70 million, he cost 70 million. Like, it is what it is. Like, he's a 22-year-old centre back who is 6'5", and he's really fucking good. Really fucking good. Okay? I'm all for it. Sign me up. Sign me up. I take Jared Brantwaite in a heartbeat. I really would. Whether he's an Everton player or not, I don't care. Like, he is the type of player we should be looking at. And he's English, and he can be a centre-back pairing with Quansah for the next 10 years and play for England for the next 10 years. Like, he's got an absolute wand of a foot on him, and he's deadly from set pieces by the looks of it. Done deal for me. Get that done. I'm absolutely buzzing. And Slot really likes him. And you know what's really interesting? He played in Holland, and Slot's seen him play. I don't know what else to say. Okay. Now let's go on to the preview. Oh no, let's talk about Kvaratskhelia. Sorry. Isn't it really interesting that we're linked with the other Georgian? Imagine if we signed both of the best Georgian players in their international team in one window, as in Mamardashvili and Kvaratskhelia, who both got the same agent. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay, so let's talk about the update on Mamardashvili. Where is it? Actually, let's just go into a little bit more detail about the Brantwaite thing, by the way, just so you can see. Okay, Brantwaite has been linked with Everton's rivals. We are not Everton's rivals. I'm sorry, we are not Everton's rivals. They are a million miles away from us now, so we're not Everton's rivals. That's a load of doo-doo. I need to close the screen. I'm sorry. I'm closing that screen. I'm also closing this screen as well. 2 seconds. Okay, that might be better. Is it better? No, it's not. It's not better. Why isn't it better? 2 seconds. My screen is playing up. Okay. All right, so Branthwaite has been linked with Everton's, they're not our rivals. Centre back currently out of action through injury. So he missed a game through injury. He's got an ankle injury. Um, Man United's interested, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's nothing really in that. I'm not really going into that. I don't really need to either. So, okay, so I'm going to close that. I'm actually going to share this, by the way. So I found this today, which is from Ireland, an Irish publication, which basically is from the Irish Independent, which basically says that Bournemouth and Wolves are considering moves for Caoimhin Keller towards the end of the season. They're likely to offer around 20 to 25 million. I agree. I don't think he is. I think he's being kept because he's going to be sold. I totally agree. I don't see anything on Transfermarkt that says that he's injured. So there could be a late move for Caoimhin. And I will just say this, okay? If you look at pre-season as an indicator, do you think Caoimhin can play the football that Slot wants? Because from what I remember, he looked terrible on the ball. Like he looked terrible on the ball. He nearly cost us 2 goals in 2 of the pre-season games because he kicked the ball against their players. I think Jaros is a better fit for football on the ground and being able to play that passing game and where the goalie comes into the sweeper or comes into in between the centre backs. I think he plays a better game, and I just believe that he just needs a move. Keller, he just needs a move. Like nobody, like we all rate him so highly, but nobody's tried to sign him. Like we haven't even had a bid. Like nobody's even tried to bid for him. Like if he's that good, then put a 15 million pound bid in, or put a 20 million pound bid in, and see what Liverpool do. But we just nobody has, so it just makes me think that it's just not rated that much. So I don't know if we can get 20-25 million, then I think we sell him, and I think Jaros does a good enough job. Like I think he comes in and does a great job, and next season we evaluate what happens because Mohamedashvili's done. So that's just a case of announcing it. So anyway, I thought I'd just let you know about that. Um, there's rumours about the forward that was supposed to be going to Chelsea. Um, the page doesn't work anymore that I had. There's also from the RTE, which is another Irish publication, that Gomez has been offered the chance to stay and to play in the next game against Brentford. If Gomez plays against Brentford, then I think Gomez is staying. Okay, so I'll just put that out there. So it looks like Quance is injured. He picked up a thigh injury in the last training session. There's rumours that Quance asked to come back to do training, to do an extra training session on Tuesday after the game because he was worried that maybe it was something that he could work on to get himself back into the reckoning to be back in the team again for Brentford. And it looks like he's injured himself. So we've obviously got rid of a couple of players now. So Gomez is now in contention to be on the bench or to even start on the left-hand side. So just wanted to let you know about that. If he's not on the bench, then it's going to be Nallo or it's going to be Nat Phillips that'll be on the bench. And if he's not on the bench, then that's a real high probability that that we're looking to sell him or he's looking to move, which means that we will definitely need reinforcements. And I mean, Jared Brantwaite is perfect for that. Absolutely perfect for that. Anyway, here's the Quansah update as well. Just show you that. Van der Berg leaves. Liverpool looking light in senior centre backs. Opted for Joe Quansah. So Quansah's, hang on, so let me just move the screen down. It's here. Okay. So Slot was asked how Quansah reacted. He said the 21-year-old had asked to train instead of his usual post-match recovery and had unfortunately picked up an injury. Spoke to him after the game. I spoke to him on Sunday at the end of the conversation. He asked if he could train on Sunday. Normally, he should have done recovery, but he wanted to train, answered the Dutchman. Unfortunately, I think it was Tuesday he picked up a bit of an injury, so he couldn't train on Wednesday. Let's see if he can train today, but he reacted in a way that every player should react. Okay, so if he can train today, then he might be in contention for being on the bench. Yeah, I know. Oh, afternoon IBR Stella. Good to have you. Any more? Oh, truth in plain sight. Afternoon, mate. Really like that comment that you wrote on my channel. Appreciate it. I don't disagree with anything you wrote, by the way. So that's the update on Quansah. Where the hell is the Mamadashvili stuff? I did have it. Yep, here he is here. Okay, so where is it? Okay, so Georgia International 23, he's been on Liverpool's radar for some time. Looks like the Paris Saint-Germain stuff has kind of fizzled out now. He's valued at 70 million. 42 games, 11 goals, 9 assists for a really disrupted team last year, by the way. They went through 3 managers. He played really well in Euros. Yeah, that's pretty much everything on him. I don't really need to go through the details, but if we manage to pull that one off, I'm all for that. I am all for that. I also wanted to cover a little bit of stuff that came up in the press conference, just about the harsh reality of some of the player sales. Oh, big up Revanite. Good to have you on board, mate. Hope you enjoyed the show. So Liverpool head coach Arne Slot defended the club's stance on transfer market, believes that Liverpool fans need to take a look at the bigger picture, which I've said this a number of times. Following the departure of a number of youngsters, the Red sold academy graduate Bobby Clark, Carvalho and Van der Berg. Let me just bring this down and also pause that. Okay, here. Liverpool have raised over around 62 million summer sales. The Dutchman insists the departures wouldn't have played regularly this season before highlighting that young homegrown players are still in his plans. And this is what we need to look at. And I've showed you the players that are the ones which are being given a path forward. This team, we still have a lot of homegrown players, and one of them training with us on a daily basis is Trey. This club will always bring through good youngsters, and it's always a challenge to find the right moments. So he's leaving a pathway for Trey. Okay, he obviously rates Trey better than some of the others, which is fine. Like, he can. Like, he's the manager or the coach. He's allowed to do that. He also wanted to kind of let us know that they are training, but they are not doing full training. Like they're with the first team, but they're not doing full man's training, which is what a lot of the old players did. Not the old players, the young players under Klopp did. They did full men's training and got injured a lot, and a lot of them had their careers ruined for a few years because of bad injuries, because they're not supposed to be doing full on men's training. I've done a show on this before, so you can go back and look and watch it previous. Um, uh, Welcome to the channel, Jan. So I think I've covered everything update wise. Just checking. Is there anyone else? No, that's on Gomez. I think that is everything. Oh, also, so Stefan Bajcetic and Tyler Morton are still a potential outgoings. Also, Bendo, K. Gordon, yeah, so they're all here. Bendo, K. Gordon, Tyler Morton, Stefan Bajcetic, Owen Beck, and James McConnell and Callum Scanlon can all leave. Okay, all those players are still a potential to leave the club, whether it's a loan or whether it's a permanent transfer. I mean, there's a couple of players which will go on loan. Cade Gordon, Stefan Bajcetic will be loaned. All the others could be, and Callum Scanlon, all the others could be sold. Just it is what it is. Like I covered this yesterday. Like that, he doesn't have a big squad. 21 players Klopp used last season in his main squad. Slot uses 17. Like, and at the moment he's got 21, and that's not including Stefan Bajcetic, Tyler Morton, Ben Doak. It's not. It's not including those players. So, you know, I'm just saying what it is. I'm just saying how it is. Like, big up Dave's. Okay, so let's jump into the game. Just a little bit of interesting stuff, which is quite funny, is Vandenberg and Carvalho will be registered to start against us. So we could end up playing against two of our players that we've just sold to them, which is funny. I just felt that was funny. But I don't think they will. I think they'll be on the bench. There's a potential Vandenberg could actually play, because if they play a 5-3-2, there's a chance he could play, and also Carvalho. But if they play a 4-3-3, which is what they played in their last game, then they're probably going to be on the bench. But it's one to look out for. I'm just closing this screen. I'm also closing that screen. I'm also closing that screen. And that screen. And that one. Okay, so let's go into a bit more detail about the game. Okay, so Liverpool's injury latest and team news. So for the first time as Liverpool head coach, Arne Slot takes charge of a Premier League game at Anfield on Sunday with Brentford. Dutchman's English top flight debut ended in a comprehensive 2-0 win at Ipswich. Diogo Jota, Mo Salah scored. Brentford won 2-1 in their latest London derby, which was against Crystal Palace. And obviously Bobby Clark's gone, and obviously Gerald Quansah's a doubt, and also Joe Gomez might be a doubt because he might not want to get played because he might be getting sold. So that's the latest on that. To go into a bit more detail, because you like the geek stuff, Liverpool versus Brentford key insights. So this is basically it covers a bit of the Ipswich stuff, because obviously that's our previous, but it also covers statistically the chances of us winning, which is 71.2% chance of victory. Slot aiming to become the first manager since 1991 to win the first 2 league games in charge of the Reds, and Brentford have won just one of their 6 Premier League meetings with Liverpool. Obviously, it talks about like how well we did against Ipswich. 2 goals, 2.65, which kind of tallies up with the 2. 18 shots, 5 on target, 62% possession. We had over 50 touches in the penalty area against Ipswich, which was away. So at home, it could be more, which is frightening. It really is frightening. And the numbers add up. Like, they didn't score because they didn't get an XG, which was high enough for them to score. They had 7 shots and they had 2 on target, which were really easy saves. So everyone can wax lyrical about Ipswich, but they weren't that good. Like, I'm sorry, they just weren't. But with the famous Anfield atmosphere behind the side, Slot will be looking for Liverpool to make a statement of intent ahead of their trip to Old Trafford to face Manchester United on September the 1st. Liverpool had 50 touches in the opposition box against Ipswich, the most on record in a manager's ever first Premier League game since 2008-9. He's already breaking records. Don't we love it? But Slot will now want to see the side dominate for closer to 90 minutes. The Reds boss will win his 2 opening league games in charge since Graham Souness in 1991. In fact, Liverpool are looking to start their Premier League season with 2 consecutive wins for the first time since 2021-2022, a season in which they also began with an away win in a promoted East Anglian team 3-0 at Norwich City. Last week's match was the 32nd time Salah had scored and assisted in a Premier League game. Can we just give him some kudos for that? 32nd time he scored and assisted in a Premier League game, which drew him level with Thierry Henry. Only Wayne Rooney has scored and assisted more games in the history of the competition, 36 games. Salah could be on track to break another record from Rooney and Henry this season. He only needs 4 more. Needs 5 more, sorry. 5 more and he's ahead of Rooney. Crazy. Oh, I don't know why that's dropped. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Where are we? Brentford, meanwhile, travelled to Merseyside on the back of a 2-1 win, home win at Crystal Palace. Wissa having bundled the ball in to seal 3 points for Thomas Frank's team. Wissa has scored and assisted in each of the last 3 Premier League appearances for Brentford. He's their danger man. Talk about Brian Mbeumo. He's their danger man. The first player to achieve that for any club since Riyad Mahrez in December 2021 for Man City. No player in Premier League history has scored and assisted in 4 consecutive appearances. So he's on to break a record, which nobody's done since Riyad Mahrez. Brian Mbeumo opened the scoring for the Bees. Should he feature Anfield, it will mark his 100th Premier League appearance. Ivan Toney was left out amid uncertainty over his future. Brentford got the job done without him. Furthermore, the data suggests Mbeumo actually benefits when Toney's not on the team, which is interesting. Some more stats. Mbeumo averages a goal every 108 minutes. In games he plays without Toney, 14 goals, 8 assists, compared to a goal involvement every 250 minutes in matches that feature the England striker, 9 goals, 13 assists. But Liverpool are big favourites, and given their home record, it's no surprise. The Reds have lost just 2 of the last 61 Premier League home games. 46 won, 13 drawn. while they have not lost at Anfield in the opening month of the season since 2015, when we got beat 3-0 by West Ham. Brentford have won 4 of their last 7 Premier League matches, drawn 1, lost 2, more than in their previous 21 games combined. Won 3, drawn 4, lost 14. However, in a run stretching back to 1939, Liverpool have won each of their last 5 home games against Brentford, keeping a clean sheet every time. Brentford have won just 1 of their 6 Premier League meetings with Liverpool, drawn 1, lost 4. At least one team has scored 3+ goals in 5 of those 6 games, with the exception being a 1-0 win for the Reds in May 2023. So do not be shocked, there is plenty of goals in this one. And there will be. There will be. So this is the prediction from Opta. Oh, hang on. Let me just move that screen up. So this is a prediction from Opta. Supercomputers, 10,000 match simulations. Liverpool and Manchester's win is 71.2% of the times. Brentford chances of a shock win are just 12% and a draw is 16%. Really, really high, let's be fair. This is the predicted lineup for Liverpool. Alisson, Robbo, Virgil, Quansah, Trent, McAllister, Gravenberch, Dom, Diaz, Salah, Jota. Pretty much what we just played. Predicted lineup for them. Flecking, Pinnock, who scored an own goal. Collins, Rochlev, Jensen, Janalt, Norgard, Sharda, Wissa, and Mbremu, same team. That's kind of how the rankings look there. What I will do is I'll quickly go over the game that they won, just to give you a bit of context on their setup. So Brentford played a 4-3-3. If you do look at the heat map, it's not quite a 4-3-3. It's a 4-2-4 in essence, with a defensive midfielder and 1 midfielder. I mean, the number 8, who I believe is Jensen, played really high, like in an attacking midfield role that kind of supported Visser. So we have to be wary of that, of the way they play. I also wanted to kind of cover a little bit about the game, because there really wasn't much in the game. Like I've got to be completely honest. So they had 9 shots. So they had 3 big chances in the game, but their expected goals were only 1. So they did well to score the second, if I'm honest. In the first half, they had 2 big chances. They had 2 shots on target, and the goalkeeper made 1 save. Like, the passes were terrible. Like, it was real long ball stuff. They got a lot of free kicks. It was quite neck and neck, but Palace didn't have any big chances. They really miss Elise, if I'm honest. Everything goes to Eze. They obviously scored through where's the goals? Okay, so they won quite a lot of aerial duels. I'll kind of go through their defending in a bit, but the actual game, where's the goals? Oh, there's the goals there, sorry. So Mbremo scored on the 29th minute. He only had 1 shot in the game, and he scored it, just to let you know. And then who scored for them? I can't see. Oh, Ethan Pinnock scored an own goal. So basically, Crystal Palace didn't score in this game. So I'll just go through the play statistics. Actually, it's easier. So their attack. So Wissa had one shot and scored. Sorry, one shot and one was blocked. How many shots did he have? Hang on, let me go back to the game. Sorry. Okay, Wissa had one shot on target, one shot blocked, an assist, and a goal. And his heat map, he was all over the place, really. Like, he wasn't particularly in a position. Won a lot of ground duels because it looks like he was playing a lot in midfield. His passing was decent. In Buemo, one shot, one goal. Like they were just clinical. Like, didn't win any aerial duels, lost possession loads. Passing was awful. He didn't have a great game, if I'm completely honest. He played where Salah plays, really. He didn't really have a great game, but he scored a goal. Like, and that's all that matters, really, isn't it? If that's what you're there for. Midfielders, how did their midfielders get on? Good with the passing. Did they win their duels? Yeah. So Janel played well. Norgard didn't really play midfield by the looks of it. Played quite deep. Won quite a bit of his duels. Did a lot of clearances, a lot of interceptions. Played quite well. Janssen. I mean, Janssen played really wide. That's really odd. He played wide left, wide right. So he must be the guy that kind of floats in between this area here. So we have to be careful of him. Quite a few touches, one key pass. Didn't win his duels. Lost a lot of possession. I think we can get at these. Like, I really do. Like, he's quite old now. I think he's 32, 33, and he's also not really a centre back. So they're playing a centre back in. They're playing a left back or a right back. So they're playing a lot of players out of position because he's a centre back as well. And he's also a centre back, I think. So they're playing quite a few players out of position because they've got Rico Henry and Aaron Hickey both injured, and they've lost Thiago as well, who was their star signing. Like, he scored 2 goals in the pre-season, and now he's out for. I think he's out for the season. I think he cost them like 30 million, if I'm right. He was a big signing for them, and he's out, so that's a positive for us. Obviously, they brought Carvalho on for a couple of minutes. Like, they haven't got a strong bench, really. Like, I think Ben Mee's like 35 now, so they've obviously brought in Sepp van der Berg to replace him eventually. It's an interesting one. I think we'll be absolutely fine. Let me know in the chat what you think. Predictions. What score do you think it'll be on Sunday? Sunday late kickoff, by the way. Big up Malcolm. Big up Gary. Hope you're well, mate. Big up Ends, man. I've been subpoenaed. 3-0, 4-1. 3-0, 2-1. Ooh, that's a close game. 2-0. I'm okay with 2-0, by the way. I'm okay with 2-0. 2-0's fine for me. 2-0, yeah. Scared of Breno and Wissa. They don't get a lot of chance. They don't need a lot of chances to score goals. 12-0. Wow. Salah 2, Elliott 1. Ooh. Do you think Salah might get another assist? 3-1, big or trigger. Oh, I've already done that one. A big or Scottish. Jota 2, Mo 1. Like it. 1-1. What? What? Opta says 72% win. Come on. You think we'll concede a goal? Do you think we'll concede a goal? That's interesting. 0-0. 0-0 at home. All right, I'm going to put my neck on the line here. I think it will be 2-0. And I think it will be a goal from Salah and a goal from Jota again. I just do. Like I can see Jota and Salah scoring 15, 20 goals, Premier League goals this season. I also see Darwin Núñez coming off the bench and really disappointing us, unfortunately. I also see a potential second half for Elliott, which would be good to see. I see Slot making a few. Like I don't see Slot changing the team before the game, but I see Slot rotating a few players in the game to keep everyone fresh for Manchester United away. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. Jota and Mo on the goals. I also wanted to show you this as well. Yeah, will do. Write to me on WhatsApp, mate, because I don't understand what I don't understand this because this has gone over my head. I was only in your show like for seconds. I wrote a few comments and then I buggered off to prep for this. I also wanted to show you this video, and I'm going to say this now. This belongs to somebody else. They've done all the work on it. Please follow his channel. If you do watch this, the person who I'm going to show this video, don't copyright me because I'm promoting your channel as well, mate. But I just think you've done fantastic work and I wanted to share this. So if you haven't looked at this channel, then I really suggest you do. I'm going to move my face out of the way so you can see it. His name's DK Falcon and he does incredible analysis. And basically, he's done a video talking about all of Slot's tactics and it's really good video. Like I really suggest you check it out. I will put the link in the chat to the video so people check it out if you want. Okay, it's there. But I'm going to just show a few screenshots. I'm not going to play the video. I'm just going to show a few screenshots. But this is basically zone 16. And this is where we are going to be deadly this year under Slot. And the reason why is this is the zone which Slot wants to get the ball to the most. So after all of the play that happens in the game, Slot wants the ball to be in zone 16 at the end. And the reason why is in this zone, you can create and you can score. And what he does is he gets the ball into this area because he wants runners that run into the box. And because it's in this area, you can play onside and the runners go through their defence. And if you look at the pre-season, we scored a number of goals from this area. Even the Salah goal against Arsenal, he came across here and scored there. Like he came across here and scored here, but he ran into this area. So this is really important for the way Liverpool play football under Slot. I just wanted to bring. I just wanted to bring this bit up. Where is it? Oh, I just had it. I just had the lines. Nope, nope. There, that's it. Okay, so to just explain, if you get the ball into this area, then you have the options of your forwards. Yeah, and our forwards will be you'll have Jota, you'll have Dominic Szoboszlai, who will also play as a false nine, and he has been playing as a false nine. You also have the wingers in Salah and Diaz, but then you also have the midfielders. So you'll have the likes of Dominic McAllister and also Gravenberch, and also the likes of Trent coming in as well into this area. And this is really important because what happens is the players, if the defenders are here marking these players, then the forwards can come back into this area and bring the defenders back with them because the defenders are going to follow the forwards out to make sure they don't have any opportunities. Then this gives you the overload of your wingers in Salah and Diaz, who can then come into the box and then receive the ball left and right from the midfielders in this area. But then you also have the option of your underlapping players, which will be Robbo or Simicas or Trent or Bradley, who underlap the wingers, who can also provide play here. But also, what's important is you've also got the cutback from the wingers. So if the ball gets played into here, and you've got runners coming here, you've got cutbacks. But you've got cutbacks in the box, and you've got cutbacks back into this area. And this is the massive overload. Massive, massive overload. And if you look at the fact that we had 50 touches in the opposition's box, is because we kept on making these runs. And it absolutely happened in pre-season. Like, he made it happen in pre-season. And it's really good to see. Like, it really is good to see. I also wanted to show you just some of the formations. Just sorry, let me just. Okay, so I wanted to show you this, which is it's all of the options. Hang on. Okay, so it's the options that you have with a formation like this, and it's like I don't think we underestimate how these tactics are going to help us next year. Like, look how solid this piece is here. Look how solid it is. Like, how many times have we seen all of these players up here and literally nothing behind, and it's just a long ball over the top that catches us out? We've got so much solidity at the back now with these centre midfielders who can also drop in, and our wingers are now having to do defensive work more. That is just a fact. Like, in that Ipswich game, sometimes Mo was playing right back. Like, he was. Like, everybody puts a shift in. Like, you should really watch this video. It's really good. It's a really good video. Um, it just shows so like this happened in the Arsenal game, and we just played the ball completely around. What's his name? Who's their midfielder from Norway? Oh, I can't remember his name. What's his name? Who's the Arsenal guy midfield? They just played the ball around him, and he literally stood there and went with his hands in the air because he was just like, "What's going on?" And like he just got completely bamboozled out of the game. Um, it's a really good video, and it's the kind of football that's just clever. Like this is what can happen in games. Like like the goalkeeper comes in, Odegaard, that was it. Odegaard just got played round out the game. Couldn't do anything. He kept on trying to press, and we just played the ball round him, and he's just stood there going. Anyway, this happened a lot in the Ipswich game. Allison came into the defence, like he came into the centre back pairing, and you had our centre backs really wide, like 90 yards wide, like one really far out to the right, one really far out to the left. These are the wrong way around, by the way. And Ali came into the middle, which provided another defender who then had the ball, who could then play it out to the midfielders. And the whole point in this was to keep the left back free, so he became available for you to be able to get the ball to him and for him to be able to dart forward. And honestly, it is like watching Pep. It is like watching Pep sometimes, like the football that we play. Like that goal that we scored, which Jota scored, every single player on our team touched the ball apart from Dominic Szoboszlai. Like there was 16 touches in that game, 16 passes in that move, and only one player from the Liverpool team didn't touch it. Like we should be talking about that. Like we should be talking about that. Like that should be something we really get excited about, because this is early doors. Like this is the infancy, the first game away, and we're doing slick movement like that to score an absolutely fantastic goal. And we should be we should be raving about stuff like this, because if we can get things and make things happen that quickly, then God knows what we're going to be like in 3 months' time or 6 months' time, when he's had all of his first team players training extensively for months. Because at the moment, some of them haven't even been in training for 3 weeks. Like, and that's just a fact. Like he hasn't really had his best players on the training pitch for an extended amount of time yet. And I'm telling you, we should be really excited about this, because we play some nice football. This video I highly recommend. It's by DK Falcon. Please don't knock me for a copyright, DK. I'm promoting your video as well, mate. But I just wanted to show some interesting stuff about the way we might play against Brentford. And because we're at home, we are definitely going to have more possession. Like we are definitely going to have more possession, and they're going to sit back and they're going to try and break on us, and they're going to play a lot of long balls. So I'm excited. A lot of people are saying 3-0, which is great. I think 2-0. I thought we might win 4-0 at Ipswich. I mean, the stats basically said we should have, because we had so many big chances. But I think 2-0 at home. Playing against a better team. The last time we played them, we won 1-0. So yeah. Anyway, big up everyone. That's the end of the show. An hour, 1 minute. That's not bad. You have a wonderful afternoon, and you have a wonderful weekend. Up the Reds. We play on Sunday. Let's get behind Slot. Hopefully we'll have a signing in by then. Hopefully Brantwaite, and hopefully Mamadashvili. Mamadashvili, yeah, that'll be signed. That'll be great news. Keep the faith. Believe in what the club's doing. And if you haven't liked, subscribe, please do. Big up Chills. If you haven't liked, subscribe, please do. Please leave me a comment. I reply to any comments if you want. And if you've got any ideas for upcoming stuff, like you want to know any statistics, you want me to go over any players in detail, please let me know. Now that I'm going to be monetized, I'm probably going to do a membership, and I'll be doing some interviews. I'll be talking to some decent people who do other channels, and I'll probably do some analysis shows, and I'll do all the stat stuff. I'll do all that stat stuff, and I'll break down some good stuff and do some videos. I'll also do some, I don't know, some videos on goal of the month and things like that. I've got loads of ideas, but we'll see where it goes. I wasn't planning on running a channel, but it looks like people want me to, so I will. So we'll see. Appreciate everyone who's liked and subscribed, and I will catch you on Monday with Ends Man doing a show with me for a match review. Up the Reds. I'm out of here.